Hello, everybody. Welcome to our 360 Sync user webinar. We have Tangie Jackson, our 360 Sync customer success manager, and Michael Reuter, our senior technology specialist and 360 Sync customer success manager, here today to talk about all things 360 Sync. And kicking us off today is going to be Tangie Jackson. Please take it away, Tangie.
Hello, everyone. As Marina stated, I am the Customer Success Manager here at 360 Sync. And today we're going to talk about the file management and automation with 360 Sync. So with 360 Sync here, we can build a better workflow from one data source to another. We have Bluebeam, Autodesk, Windows projects, PlanGrid, Dropbox, everything you see here, we can connect one data source to another for syncing the platforms that you use daily. So where are we headed with 360 Sync? So first, we're going to connect to Newforma, PlanGrid, Aconex here, strategic connections that help different customers. Then you can go ahead. Step 2 is transfer of files and data, pilot testing, data collection with Procore. Then we'll build out to BIM 360, Newforma, then to other data sources and transfer files and data in real time. Step 3, version 4.0, we will create a FDA, a federated data environment that will link common data environments together with project workflows simplified. And finally, we will manage the data that is being fed through the FDE build dashboards, and it will give a snapshot of where the project is by leveraging sync data. So with the cloud connectivity of 360 Sync, we will migrate to Evolve. 360 Sync will soon be a cloud product. You'll be able to manage your connections and projects via the web portal. This will allow 360 Sync to copy files and data in real time by leveraging advanced APIs and AWS functionality. We'll offer 360 Sync in the cloud beta version for our customers who use BIM 360 and Procore in November, and later for customers who use BIM 360, Procore, and Windows to sync files in December. So with the cloud version, we'll have workflows reimagined. We'll connect to multiple data sources and transfer files in real time or just in time when a specific status or statuses are met. You can save your workflows as templates and reuse them from project to project. You can manage all of your digital workflows from one spot, and you can sync your files and data according to how you and your company do business and who you do business with. There will be active dashboards. You can set up your dashboards that help you easily manage your project at a glance. You can sort and filter data quickly and easily and visualize it on a saved dashboard. You can pin important items to your dashboard and track them seamlessly. If you want to view an object in the native data source or send a notification, you'll be able to do this on the dashboards. Next up, we'll have a demo, and Michael Reuter will take over and show you Procore to Autodesk.
All right, guys. So today what I'm gonna show you guys is an introduction to 360 Sync on the cloud. As a reminder, this is everything that we connect to. So if you see this slide right here, then you should be able to see everything that we connect to. And so just to oversimplify it, 360 Sync is just an easy to use tool that lets you copy files from one place to another, either on demand or on a schedule. And we can connect to all things, starting with Windows. You install 360 Sync on a Windows computer, and then it can connect to whatever that computer can connect to. So that could be a server, a shared drive, or just your desktop or your C drive. But it can also, because we connect to Windows, we can also connect to things like Box, Dropbox, Google Drive, Ignite, ShareFile, OneDrive, and Panzera, because those things all allow us to leverage Windows because they use desktop clients where you can drag and drop files. We built it originally to work with Autodesk, so any version of Autodesk we can connect to, and we can take files to it or from it. We can also connect to Procore, Viewpoint for Projects, PlanGrid, Newforma, Bluebeam Studio projects, Citrix files, Autodesk Vault, Asite, and SharePoint. So all of those things we can connect to, and we can take files to or from. Like Tangie said earlier today, or earlier, or so not earlier today, but earlier in the presentation, what I'm going to show off today is the cloud tool. It's brand new. What we are doing is we are actively seeking beta testers that utilize Autodesk and Procore as their main data sources, and they would like to transfer data between the two locations. So if that is something that you are interested in testing out, please contact us after this presentation so that we can get you set up in the weeks to come. Okay? So if you see my screen right now, this is the Evolve. This is Foresight, the Evolve Foresight web portal. Okay. You can see we've got a whole bunch of different tools here. Most of these tools are centered around helping the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing contractors really maximize their field construction and fabrication workflows. But 360 Sync is also a part of that. And so what you'll see right here, if you click on the waffle up here in the top right corner and you click on 360 Sync, it's going to take you to the 360 Sync homepage. And that 360 Sync homepage is actually the connections page. And so if you've ever used 360 Sync before, this will look pretty similar to what you're accustomed to. But if you've never used it before, then I'll just go through it, okay? So if I want to view an old connection, I can just click on it. And so then you can see it right there. Or if I wanted to add a new one, I could hit add new connection. Then I could pick the data source, could name it. Okay. And so then I could put my username and my password in, or just my username, I should say. Then I'll hit test connection. Then it will ask me to log in. Okay. So once I do that, it's going to create my connection. Okay. So I could do that for everything that I need to connect to. You can see I've done this a bunch of times. I could, if I select one, I could delete it if I wanted to by hitting actions and then delete. But I don't want to delete anything right now. If I just wanted to modify it again, I could just click on it and then if I accidentally put my password in wrong or something like that, I could hit reset connection and go from there. Or I could just review everything. But once I've got my connection set up, all I have to do is come over here to workflows. Okay, and so workflows are what we used to call projects. But what's really kind of cool about workflows now is that you can really kind of customize how you do it. Okay, so I'll just create the plus over here, and so we'll call this December webinar. And we'll name this mapping we'll call this webinar test. Okay. Now notice I could choose to base this particular workflow off of a template. One of the things that our customers have always asked for is just an easier way to set up a project. So if you always set up a project in the exact same way, if you just have to save that as you save that project, then you can save it as a template, and then you can use it on and on and on, in perpetuity, so that you can quickly set up your projects from there on. But I haven't set any templates up just yet, so I'm just gonna not pick one. Okay, and so once I name my workflow, notice it's named up here, and I name my mapping. So now what I need to do is I need to start working in my canvas here. So you can see we've got a blank canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my connections button down here in the bottom corner, and I'm going to start dragging some stuff over. All right. So I'm going to bring my my Procore connection over. And if I wanted to, I could name it. And so from there, I'm going to drag over a couple of other things. So we'll drag over my HQ, and then I will drag over my Evolve ACC. Okay, so I've got basically what I'm doing here is I want to copy files from Procore and then save them on this HQ site, this Autodesk HQ site, so that my company has access to it. But then I also want to connect it and save it to the general contractor's BIM 360 site over here as well. Okay, so I can drop as many of these on here as I want. But once I've got it picked out, I can click the actions button. And so now I'm going to define what I want to do. So now, like I said, we're in beta form. So there's really only one action that we can do. But in the future, you will be able to you'll always be able to copy files, but you'll be able to publish models, export data to Excel, transfer data or copy files plus data, set up approval processes, stuff like that, okay? But right now, I'm just going to move my copy files action over. And when that happens, it prompts me to start working. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up. Well, actually, I'm going to set it up. So we're going to go from Procore, and I'm going to pick my project or my company. Then I'll pick my project. Then I will pick, since it's Procore, I'll pick my document type. So now notice I could pick RFIs, drawings, submittals, or documents to copy, but I'm just going to choose to copy documents. And then I will pick my folder. And so if I wanted to, I could pick the entire project. That's just what I'll go ahead and do. Then if I wanted to as well, I could filter by file type. So if I wanted to filter out file types and I just only wanted to transfer PDFs, then I could do that. But I want to move everything. So I'm just going to keep that as is. So now I'll hit next. Okay, so now I've chosen where I want the data to be taken from, where I want to copy it from. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose where I want it to go. So I'm going to pick HQ first, then I'll pick that hub, then I'll pick the project, and then I will pick a folder. Okay, let's try a different folder. Okay, let's try a different, maybe my my username messed up there. Okay, there we go. And it's thinking about it. Okay, well, shoot. So it's okay. So give me 1 second. So I will go ahead and delete those. So for some reason, my Autodesk, I guess I put my password in wrong. So I'll delete both of those. But let's change it up here. Let's say that instead, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take these files from one Procore instance to another. So we'll just call this Procore Evolve and then Procore 2. Okay. And so now I'll delete this as well. And so now I'll create a new action, drop it on there. So I'll pick that. And so if I wanted to take the data from this project to a different project, and why is it doing that? Well, right now my demo is failing me, but basically you set that up, and then I'll come and I'll show you one where I've already set this up. basically, what'll happen is 360 Sync will map all of these together, just like so. And in this example, like I said, I'm going from Procore, I'm copying files to to the applied software Autodesk Construction Cloud. And so I could keep going. I could keep adding more actions here. I could keep adding more connections here. But basically, I could customize my workflow however I need it to be customized. And then once I was done, I could save it. Okay. Once I save it, I could also save it as a template so that I could use it again for the next project. If I wanted to, I could schedule this sync to run. I could delete the sync, or I could have it run now. Okay, so now what's different between 360 Sync in the cloud and what is different between and 360 Sync in the on the desktop is that right now with 360 Sync on the desktop, you have to, if you want to automate 360 Sync to automatically transfer files from one place to another, you actually have to schedule that sync to run on a daily basis. One of the things that our customers have always asked for is for us to have a real-time sync, and going to the cloud really allows us to do that. So if you hit this play button, that activates the real-time sync. Okay, and so what would happen the first time that 360 Sync ran, it would copy all the files from the destination to the from the source to the destination. Second time, so then from there on out, rather than running it every day or checking to see if every file had, checking on every file, basically what 360 Sync is doing when you're pressing this play button is you are telling 360 Sync, hey, I want you to listen to this folder right here. And if anything changes or is added to that folder, I want you to move it immediately here. So that allows us to have a real-time sync where you can copy files from one place to another almost in real time, so within seconds. Okay, and so that'll be the main benefit, I guess, to moving to the cloud will be that everything is in real time. Okay, so once you've got that done, you'll run, you can come to the log and check it out, see what's moved, and then you're good to go. Okay, now just because we are building this out in the cloud, that doesn't mean that 360 Sync on its own isn't still a wonderful product. You could choose to use one or the other. It's whichever one you're most comfortable with. The only difference between the two right now is that the cloud will allow you to move files in real time, and it is open for beta only for Autodesk and Procore. Whereas 360 Sync on the desktop, it connects to everything that I showed you in that slide. So so you don't have to rush to change right now or worry that if you don't use Autodesk and Procore, if those workflows don't work for you, if that's not how you work, don't worry about that. I think I'll come over and we'll take a look at the roadmap here again. But basically, here's our development plan. We have Citrix files, Procore R5 submittals, and drawings. We've got SharePoint Modern Authentication. We've got new Forma Plan Grid, and then we can also export Autodesk issues. Okay, so all of those things are what are our major improvements that we built in 2022. Okay, so like I said, we should have a cloud beta mid December for BIM 360 and Procore. We expect to have a beta as well for Windows the following month. And then we expect to release it fully. So that would be a fully functioning product for BIM 360, Procore, Windows, and SharePoint in February. That would be a really good Valentine's Day present for me, actually. And then from there, we'll start working on actions and new integrations, and then we'll start building out different workflows as the year goes on. And then, of course, if there's any bugs or anything like that, then we'll fix those as soon as they come up, and we'll fix them immediately. Okay, so that's our plan for the next 6 months. Also, all of those users out there that are using 360 Sync on the desktop, I want to take this time to remind you, if you have not already updated to version 3.5, we definitely need you to contact either myself or Tangie so that we can get you set up on the most recent version. That will include like the last 3 things over here on the left: new form of plan grid and Autodesk. It will also give you access to the BIM 360 and Procore Cloud Beta, and it'll also give you access to 360 Sync on the cloud moving forward. So you'll have the option to do that. Again, please reach out to us if you have not already updated. You need to do that, or you will risk if you don't do it, then you're going to not be able to use 360 Sync. Basically, we have to update you, and so if you haven't already done so, please reach out to us. But I guess that's all that I have. Are there any questions today? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any typical questions that I get. I'll give everybody a couple of minutes. But basically, like I said, the thing that I'm most excited about with 360 Sync in the cloud is that there will be a real-time sync. So, well, one, also going to the cloud really is going to free up a bunch of our customers, because our most consistent quality control or customer service calls center around IT and the computer that 360 Sync is installed on. So if we can get away from that, I think that a lot of our customers will be even happier with 360 Sync, because there will be less IT issues surrounding it. But really, the really powerful thing, I think, is going to be that the sync is going to be real time. So as soon as that file gets updated in one place, it's going to be pushed to the other place. So there's no more having to wait on a daily, wait to do it at the end of the day, or sync it once or twice or multiple times a day. You're just syncing it one time. It syncs everything the first time, and then every change and every added file will be uploaded in almost real time. Okay, so I guess if we don't have any more questions, I will stop there. So I appreciate everybody's time today. Thanks, and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you, everyone.